when you're ready, we will come into child's pose. So take your time getting there. No need to move fast. No need to not take any movements as you get there. So feel free to, take some time. Pad your knees if you need to on the mat. And let's begin first as small as we can. So if you have your hands out in front of you, do me a favor today. Let's just bring our hands back behind, to the sides of your calves. Forearms on the ground, palms facing up. Allow your forehead to find the ground. Let's just give gravity a moment to do her work here. So generally speaking, people say this is an easy pose, but actually there's nothing easy about this. What requires is just a sense of letting go, of letting gravity do her work, just feeling the softening of the body as you melt into the earth. And now from here, let's place our hands out in front. They can be kind of loose and easy. We're going to get to a place where we require a little bit more effort, but for right now, just feeling how the hands feel on the earth, feeling the shoulders. And now press into all the corners of your hands. And just allow that energy to flow up the arms to your shoulders. You'll probably feel as though your head needs to come up off the earth a little bit. So press, press, press. Feel the energy of your shoulder blades. Let's take a deep, full breath here. And out. Now up into your table posture. Hands underneath the shoulders, and your knees are directly underneath your hips. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest and chin, and then exhale, round through the spine. 2 more times on your own breath. And then back to neutral spine. Let's send the right leg back behind, and then exhale, draw the knee to your nose. Inhale, back behind. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time. And back to neutral spine. Let's go ahead and just take a side to side rocking here. Just back and forth, kind of until you feel the outer hip, getting a little bit of a stretch. And then back to neutral spine. Send your left leg out behind you, flex through the foot. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back out. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back out. Exhale, knee to nose. And back to neutral spine. Now let's do washing machine. So on your exhale, round through the spine, but send your whole torso over to the right side of your body. Inhale, drop the belly, and exhale. So we're just kind of doing round and round, side to side motions. Let's take this one more time in this direction. And then once you come to that cow position on your exhale,
Take it to the left, inhaling, drop the belly to the right and around. Let's do that 3 more times in this direction. And back to neutral spine. This time, let's separate the knees, hands out really far in front of you. Bring your forehead to the earth if possible. And now press into the arms. Keep a gentle tuck of your chin. Breathe here. See if you can activate your shoulder blades, the back body. Breathe into your hips. Now spider tip fingers back. We're still in that wide V. We'll take saddle pose today. So hands back behind you. And lift up into the heart. If you feel like you could, you can also lift the hips. Wherever you are, we're working towards that effortless effort. We're not struggling against this. We're just softening into the poses. Let's give it one more full deep breath. And then back to our table. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. On your inhale, send your right foot back behind you and the left hand out in front of you. Let's get kind of steady. Again, there's a place here where we have to connect with muscular energy, but then there's a place where we're just in the present moment, levitating. Give it one more full deep breath. And then your choice, bring your hand to the earth and taking your modified side plank, keeping your leg lifted, or drop your foot to the earth and find your modified side plank. Whichever feels best to you. Give it another full deep breath in. And then with control down, bring your knee up into belly and place the foot in between your hands. Let's grab the blocks and find our way into our low crescent lunge. So pop the knee up off of the earth. Let's find that low crescent lunge. And again, working with the mobility of our back body. So hard when we sit all the time looking at screens. So the whole bottom part of our body is concrete from the hip joints on. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest and chin, lift your gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, cat. Inhale, cow posture. Exhale, cat. Last time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Go ahead and remove the blocks from underneath your hands and step yourself back. First downward dog of the day. Paddling out. And then inhaling, roll yourself up into your plank pose. Find a long plank. Press the earth away from you. Scoop the belly, then look for that effortless effort. Deep, full breath in. Exhale, knees to the mat. Find half plank. Exhale, elbows scrape the side of the body. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back. Let's take that wide-legged child's one more time. Maybe getting a little bit deeper into the wide V. Deep, full breath here. And out. Walk your hands back behind you. We'll find saddle pose once again. Lift up into the heart, maybe lift up into the hips. all the way back to your table posture. Now, left foot back behind you. Look back at the toes. Point that pinky toe down towards the earth. Now, right hand out in front of you. Once again, we're not struggling. We're just connecting with the strength that is within you. Now, hand down to the earth, either dropping the foot for modified side plank or taking side plank, leg lifted on this side. The breath is a good indicator of effort. All the way down with the hand. Draw the knee up, round through the spine, place the foot up in between the hands, grab your blocks, find your low crescent lunge. And once you feel pretty solid here, let's take those 3 cat-cows, inhaling, dropping the belly, lift the chest and chin without moving your legs, round through the spine. Inhale it up. Exhale and round. Last time. Back to neutral spine. Remove the blocks. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out. Inhale. Plank. Exhale, knees to the earth, Ardha Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, place the pubis into the earth, elbows back, exhale back. Child's pose, wide-legged version. Press into your hands, see if you can feel the back body, kind of pressing up to the sky. And then balancing out energy here. Finding that beautiful line between effort and ease. Inhale to your table. This time, right leg back behind you, left hand out in front of you. Exhale, leg to right side wall. And hand to left side wall. Inhale back, exhale out, inhale back to center, exhale, expand. Inhale back to center and bring everything down to the mat. Let's try that on the other side. Left foot back, right hand out, get steady, and then take it out to the side walls. Inhale back. Exhale, expand. Inhale back. Exhale, expand. Inhale back and down to your table. Curl your toes under. This time, press yourself back, working a little bit with your feet, side to side rocking. And while we're here in side to side walking, let's take a little bit of a twist. So bringing your right hand through the opening of your left side body. Just see if you can press into the back of your right hand. Keep breathing. Remember, it's all about struggle. Inhale that hand back to the center. Activate through the arms. Let's take that twist now to the right. Press into both of your hands, the back of the left hand, and press into the palm of your right hand. Look underneath your armpit. Next inhale, we'll come back and curl toes under. Lift up, downward dog. For all those little toesies, pedal out. Let's take a big, deep bend into the knees and press even more. Press the mat away from you. Ears to the insides of arms. Now we'll walk our hands back to meet our feet. Slowly, we will find our first forward fold of the practice. Feel free to keep a bend into the knees. Let head and neck hang heavy. If it feels good, just to give yourself a little bit of massage, upper trapezius, feel free. Any kind of movement, anything that allows you just to tune in to where you are right now. Let's take one more full deep breath here. And then exhale it out. Now a deep, deep, deep bend into the knees. Stack vertebra on top of vertebra all the way up into standing, head and neck up last. Hands high to the sky. Take a side stretch over to the right. Inhale back to center. Side stretching to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's twist to the right. Inhale back to center and twisting to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take a forward fold all the way down the midline. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Walk your way back to your plank. Slow and steady. Find that beautiful plotting and then the strength of the belly once you get to your plank. Drop your knees to the earth. Find half plank, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, Ardha Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Let's be here for a couple of seconds. So elbows back behind, heart is lifted. Now let's take a little bit of a twist at the upper part of our spine. Deep full breath here. Exhale, dip your left shoulder to the midline. Look to your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, look to your left. Inhale, back up. Looking to the right. Inhale, back up. Look to the left. Last time, both sides. And back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out. And when you're ready, the slowest, smallest steps towards your hands or hands to feet. Feel every bit of your foot connecting with the earth. And once you reach the top of your mat, a standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, just fold. Inhale your right foot back behind you, plant your right hand, left hand up, take a twist. Deep full breath here. And out. One more. Bring your hand down to the earth. Step yourself back to plank. Your choice, full or half Chaturanga Dandasana. Up into your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhaling back. Downward facing dog. Send your right foot back behind you. Look back. Point that right pinky toe down towards the earth. Let's take one more full deep breath. Exhaling, knee up into belly, shoulders up over the wrists. Plant the foot in between your hands. Plant your left hand, right hand high, twisting. Exhale the hand down to the earth and step yourself forward. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach high. Hands together, heart center. Hands to the sides of the body, mountain pose. Let's give it one more full deep breath. Feel free to take a little bit of movement just to see if you can release tension from the body. We're going to be really nice and relaxed through this next series. Inhale, hands high. Sit down into your chair, Utkatasana. Bind your hands behind your back. Lift up through your collarbones, but keep your belly taut in the lower extremities. Squeeze on an invisible block. Rock back onto your heels a little bit. Your choice, keep this bind and take a forward fold, or release the bind, whichever feels best to you. We'll forward fold. Let's take 2 more full deep breaths. If you have the bind, undo it. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Send your left foot back behind you. Plant your left hand, right hand high to the sky, either staying here or take it into reverse skandasana. We'll take 2 more full deep breaths wherever you are. All the way back. Step it back to your plank. Your choice, stay in plank and take your way to downward dog, or take your vinyasa. We'll come back to our downward facing dog. Deep full breath here. And out. One more full deep breath. And out. Take a look between your hands. Your choice about how you get to the top. Step, hop, or float your way up. Top of the mat. Inhale all the way up, reach high. Hands together, heart center. Hands to the sides of the body. Release tension. Inhale, hands high. Sit down into your chair. Bind your hands behind your back. Lift up, but keep engaged lower body. Your choice, keep the bind or release the bind. We're taking a forward fold. One more full deep breath. Release the bind. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Send your right foot back behind you. Plant your right hand, left hand high to the sky. Either staying right here or take it into reverse skandasana. Your choice, 2 breaths. Coming back to your lunge, step it back, plank, your choice. Take it here to your vinyasa or take it directly to your downward facing dog. Wherever we are, we will meet back up in downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet. Let's give ourselves a little bit more of a wider stance here. Really engage through the sit bones here. Then walk your right hand diagonally towards your left calf. Look under your armpit. See if you can steady the body. Press the hand away. And then back to your downward dog. Let's try that on the other side. Find your way into that diagonal, looking underneath the right armpit. And back to downward facing dog. Deep, full breath in. Exhale it out completely. Look between your hands. Your choice about how you get to the top of the mat. Step, hop, or float up to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach high. Hands together, heart center. Inhale, hands high, sit down into your chair. Exhale, forward folded. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Send your right foot back to warrior two foot pattern. Rising up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Let's take a little bit of movement with that upper arm, big windmills. Strumming that big guitar. Opposite direction. And then back once more. Touch the front wall. Long line of energy here. On your next inhale, come up, warrior two. Today, let's just find our way effortlessly into our Ardha Chandrasana. Last week, we were really trying to slow it down. This week, let's just find the joy of that pose. It's such a beautiful pose. We know we love it, right? We know where it is in the body. We can kind of get here on our own. And we'll tell you, I do need that block. Man, it's so funny how you become so used to things. Engage the lifted foot. Makes that effortless effort so much easier. So once you're here, let's just enjoy this pose. Think about flight. Think about growth. Think about the chaos that got you here. All right, let's come down with ease and grace. Straighten out that right leg. Turn your right toes towards this side of the mat. Let's grab for that block because we're going to do the same things on the other side. So pivot now on the foot closest to the back of your mat. Let's find that block in front of the foot. Find your warrior two. You'll notice I'm not giving a lot of cues in the body. Just kind of want to find ourselves here today. Warrior two. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Ooh, feel that length. Exhale, extended side angle. And then let's take big circles. And opposite direction. And then once more to that arm where we feel the connection of energy, foot to the middle finger on the top hand. And on inhale back, warrior two, coming into your Ardha Chandrasana when you're ready. Lifting, unfurling. Finding that beautiful space of now, where you can just levitate here. Hang in this place. With control. All the way back down. Let's straighten out the back knee. Rotate the feet so that we're looking out at the front of the mat and stepping yourself back. Downward facing dog. Totally your choice about taking the movements of vinyasa here. Or just experiencing the changes that happen in the body as we take these poses. Just enjoying those changes. And then everybody drop your knees to the earth. Let's find child's pose. Your variation could be wide-legged, it could be closed-legged, could be hands out or hands around. Just allow your energy body to dictate what you need in this pose this time around. Let's take 4 more full deep breaths. At the end of that 4th breath, let's come back to table posture. On your inhale, right foot back behind you and draw that foot in between your hands. Let's grab for both blocks and open up into that lunge. From here, let's take a little bit of runner stretch. So just feel as though you're just giving yourself a little massage from the inside here. After all of that work we've done, we just want to kind of pay attention to the body, allowing a little bit of movement and stretching in the back of the right leg, the lower part of the left leg. Now, next time you come to a lunge, stay long in the lunge, drop your knee where it is, and let's bring the hip directly over that back knee. Bring your hands to your front knee, and hand on top of hand, let's press the knee away. But this is sort of a pressing the knee away, but at the same time, pulling the right hip back. Feel as like you're trying to make your right thigh bone longer. Keep drawing up into the belly, just so we're not hanging here. Remember, we want effortless effort. So we want to be at ease, but at the same time, there's a tone, a feeling tone to the body. Now, if it feels good, you can stay right here, just working with opening up into this hip flexor. If you feel like you want to, you could lift both hands up, really stretch up off of the waist, and then find cactus arms and lift up into the sternum even more. Keep your head on straight. So now let's not flex through the neck. Just open up more into the top part of the body. Keep your inner thighs working towards one another, even though they're not touching. Beautiful, everybody. Let's come back. Go ahead and pop that knee up, and we'll send it back. Downward facing dog, your choice about vinyasa or just paddling through. Again, noticing differences if there are any. Once we come to downward dog, once again, we'll find our table. Lifting the left foot back behind and pulling that foot through for your lunge. So again, we're spending some time just being careful about where the body is placed, and then taking this runner stretch. Each inhale, you're in lunge. Each exhale, stretching out the back body. And the next time we come to our lunge, we'll get long in the lunge and purposeful, dropping the knee to the earth and bringing our hands to the left knee this time. Draw up, keep that tone. Notice your breath. Unclench anything that doesn't need to be clenched. Now you can stay right here just working with that hip flexor, or take a little bit more of a back bend. Hands down, pop the knee up, send it back, downward dog, pedal through. Once more, dropping the knees to the earth. This time, let's bring our entire hip over the knees and go ahead and bring your toes to the earth. So we're kind of in a flexed foot situation. And then we're going to take our blocks just kind of to the outside of those ankles on the highest register, please. Long in the side bodies, hands high. So let's either just stay here, keeping the belly toned, keeping the inner thighs toned, or if you'd like to try, we're going to try one side at a time, okay? So we're not overdoing this back bend. If you'd like to, you can bring your right hand down to the block. Once it's on the block, go ahead and bring your left arm into that cactus arm once again. Let's pinch the shoulder blades together and squeeze the inner thighs together. If you feel like you could, maybe touching for your ankle, but I always feel like I can look down at my chest and I can see that I'm listing to the right side. So again, the whole point is not to throw myself into this back bend, but to do it in such a way that I can feel the benefits of the practice. So hand on the block for me keeps my heart lifting up, keeps me working towards the next stage of the practice. Beautiful. Come back. You can go ahead and give yourself a rabbit pose down on the crown of your head and maybe bringing your hands together behind your back. Very light in the head though. Very, very light in the head. And then we'll come back up, preparing ourselves for the left side. Once again, hands high, get long and tall in the spine. And then draw your hand, spider tip fingers to that block outside of your left ankle. So I'm going to look down. I'm listing a little bit more. So I really want to even out through my upper heart. And to do that, I can come into that cactus arm once again, keeping my cervical spine in neutral spine. So I've got the lordotic curve. Gentle tuck of the chin is going to help with that. Breathe. Beautiful, everybody. Let's come into Anahatasana. Just while we're doing these back bends, so keep your hips over your knees, stretch out, and allow your forehead or your chin or your chest down to the earth. Let's keep some tone in the lower belly and keep those hips tracking over your knees. If this feels kind of squidgy in a shoulder, you can go ahead and bend into your elbows. All right. From here, let's lower completely down to the earth, all the way onto the belly. And hand on top of hand, let's make ourselves a little pillow and place forehead onto the pillow. And then here, just like in child's pose, we really just want to tune inward, allow our breath to come and go. Notice the quality of your breath. And notice what's going on in your belly. Maybe with the weight of the body behind it, you might notice pulsation, maybe a quavering or a quivering as you breathe. And then let's come into an effortless breath. So now that breath is returned to its normal rhythm, let's put some effort into healthy breath. So drawing in a breath to the count of maybe 4 or 5, exhaling, count, same count. And then let's work to reduce the pause between your breath. So just keep it round and continuous. And allow yourself just to see how this feels, where the mind is as you draw your attention to the breath. And when you're ready, pushing back, crossing your ankles over one another. Let's bring our legs out in front of us and scoot yourself down so that you're coming into your back. So that could be any kind of effort you want to give to it. If you need to find that Navasana and lower, or it might just be time to come to the back. Bring the block width as you come down. And once we're here, your choice. You can take a high heated bridge here, or you can go ahead and grab for that block and place the block underneath the sacral spine, just allowing yourself to find a little bit of an inversion here. See if you can return to that healthy breath. Just a continuous, smooth, breath that brings the mind into a calm state. If you do have your your hips on the block, feel free to raise your legs up to the sky. Just like those little pea tendrils of mine. And when you're ready, find your way into your final poses. Might just be the final pose is Shavasana. You feel, so this is a place to let go and just be and breathe. It could be supine twist or any other kinds of final poses you need. But take your time, we have time. And everything that your body or your mind or your breath tells you you need, you should obey. But eventually we're going to come into Shavasana. We will have 2 minutes of complete silence. So make yourself comfortable and release all effort. So beginning to deepen your breath back into that healthy breath, balanced, smooth, continuous, working to reduce the pauses between your breath. Stay as still as you can in the body. And bring your awareness to the very middle of your forehead. Just allow all of your awareness to focus right there, middle of your forehead. Breathing in and out. Allowing yourself to feel held by your breath. On your next exhale, breathe that awareness down to the very tips of your toes. And on inhale, from the toes all the way back up to the crown of your head. Each exhale down to your toes. Each inhale all the way back up to the crown of your head. Just feeling that awareness passing through all of the sacred sites of the body and all the way back up to the crown of the head. Each time you exhale, there's just a sense of expansion and groundedness. And each inhale, there's a sense of coming back home. Each exhale all the way down to your toes. Each inhale all the way back up to the crown. Exhaling crown to toes. Inhaling toes to crown. Just keeping this breath pulsing back and forth, in and out, up and down. And the next time the awareness comes to the crown of your head, just allow it to be there. Invite it to stay. And feel as though you can imbibe in that sense of pure awareness, a sense of being held by the energy. And beginning to bring a little bit of movement back into the body. Wiggling fingers and toes, ankles, wrists. When you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your left-hand side and gently up into a seated pose of meditation, eyes remaining softly closed. See if you can access that sense of awareness once more at the very middle of your forehead. And so now gathering the gifts of this practice between the two hands, Anjali Mudra, prayer pose at the heart, pressing thumb bones deep into breastbone, feeling the beat of your own heart, accepting these gifts, and knowing that they're accessible anytime you need them. To close out our practice, please join me with one sound of Om, or just listen to the vibrations. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Namaste. community friends. I see Robin, you're here. How lovely.
Thank you.
Namaste.
See you next week.
Yes. Bye, all. See you soon.
Thanks, Meg.
You're welcome. See you soon.
Your hair looks so beautiful, by the way.
Oh, it's the light of this room, but thank you.
Gorgeous. I love it. Okay.
It's long.
Look,
Hair is what it's called.
it's so pretty. I mean, the color is just stunning. It really, and the style. Okay. On that note, have a great week. Bye.
See you, Robin. Bye, honey.
Bye.